It was a lot of work for over 2 years, I think, of research. What was crucial for us in the Black Book was we really wanted to tell this story from the Soviet point of view. So a lot of the research had to be done in Russia. So we had our main researcher based in Paris and working also with a researcher based in Moscow. And so it gave us a lot of struggle to find the footage we were looking for, because under a dictatorial regime like the USSR, our censorship was very present. So, for example, we had a strong lack of visuals for some parts of our stories, like for our main characters. And one of our main characters, the writer Vasily Grossman, we mostly found nothing, just a few photos and one live footage. So we had to find creative visual ideas to work with the lack of footage. And also the very active propaganda at the time was also a major issue. It's always a real challenge to know how to draw some truth from such images. And also all what concerns the censorship, but also the violence of the regime. You know, there's no need to look for images of arrest or execution, deportation during the Stalinist period. There are hardly any. So we had to also find in the research, you know, to find images, association, parables that could help us, you know, visualize the story. So, for example, we used a lot of, well, not a lot, but some fiction films also from Eisenstein. For example, in the beginning of the film, you know, you have these fields that just is more like a metaphor of the violence that you hear in the testimony you're listening to. And then what can I tell you? And the same goes, you know, with the German images, where there are a few images shot by the Germans showing the abuses on the Jews, and these sequences have a very powerful negative and blinding charge. So it was also, we had to work on this in the research and the editing process to understand how these images can be seen and shown, and you know, so they're not merely illustrations, you know. So it was important for us to contextualize them very precisely, not to reframe or to use any pathos in the effect in post-production, you know, to show them as they were, like documents. Yeah, I mean, when you work with archives, the writing of the film is always a process you do in the editing, because of course we had a script before going in the editing room, but we had to, you know, the director Guillaume Ribaud and his editor Svetlana Weinberg, of course, had to rewrite everything with the footage they found, and also a lot of the writing in the editing room was also done with the testimonies. You know, Guillaume worked a lot with the articles, with the letters, with the novels, you know, of our main characters, you know, Vasily Grossman, Ilya Ehrenburg. So a lot of the structure of the film comes also from the voices, from their stories, because we wanted to tell these stories through very personal voices, through the journeys of the main characters. So I think that in the structure, the main thing was to find the voices of the characters and to melt them together. And once this was found, the narration of the film was found, I think it became more natural to find the right place for the footage we had.
Thank you.